Oh, right. You know what? I don't even do this part. I don't know why I put it up there. But ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Rated R Raw review. You have the executive consultant, Venomous Vincent, and filling in today for Freckled Sensei is none other than my tag team partner of UPR Shorts, Big Daddy Cool. What's going on, gentlemen?
What's going on? I'm Freckle Apprentice today.
You're Freckles Apprentice today.
That's right.
Well,
and I'm just a new addition to Raw.
I know, taking over Monday Night Raw from AEW, moved over here to Raw to the A show. The show that started it all is Venomous Vincent. I know you must be happy to get away from the whackness.
You know what? I am a little happy. It's a sad but serious thing that I had to adjust. But I feel like I know this product better. I don't have to say a bunch of crazy ass names and
lies.
Get it all wrong.
Go ahead. You don't have to lie about liking the product.
I'm not gonna lie. Tonight's show was pretty bomb.
You thought so?
I enjoyed. I'm not every match is good, but like there was a couple matches that I thought were decent.
I mean, it was a bomb. I mean, Dakota Kai came back, so.
I mean, who cares?
Not for nothing. It was funny how Dakota Kai came back. They were having a backstage segment with Kairi Sane and Io Sky, and then they were like, "Oh, it's Dakota!" Like they surprised, but the match was all ready to go and was already booked and official. So I didn't understand. And then they said, "Oh, I talked to Dakota Kai earlier today." So that was just it was kind of whack.
It just didn't flow. It's a stupid way to bring her back.
No. It makes perfect sense. She was probably hiding in their luggage.
Oh, okay. Well, if she's hiding in the luggage, it makes sense. You know, she was probably, she's so small, you could just
that's right,
crump her up like a Twinkie. I was going to say a Twinkie, a Slinky.
Very portable, Dakota Kai.
Just so skinny. I mean, you just have to just crumple her up and throw her in there.
Yep.
With the shoes and all.
That's right.
Dakota Kai is larger than Io Sky and.
Whoa! We don't need to be fat shaming here on this show.
Yeah, don't be shaming, okay?
Stop with this. She's not a large woman. She's
I
very
can't believe
svelte.
you put me in that category. I don't do any of that here. Okay?
That's right. We don't do that here.
I'm very blessed to be on the right side, the A show. We're not going to start off like that now.
No. Go ahead, kick us off. What is this raw review about? How do we start the show?
Oh, this is Rated R, man. This is Rated R Raw review. Nothing is being held back when we talk about anything that happened on Monday Night Raw. I don't even remember the first thing that happened. I don't have a spreadsheet. What was the first thing that happened?
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
I know the first thing that happened. We start the show off with a promo with Gunther coming out, your world heavyweight champion.
Gunther.
That's not a picture of Gunther. That's a picture of our governor.
No, that's Gunther.
Oh, that's Gunther?
That was definitely Ron DeSantis. That was not Gunther.
Nah,
so what you're trying to do is you're trying to insinuate that Gunther and Ron DeSantis look alike. They don't.
A little bit. I'm pretty sure I can AI morph their faces together.
You can AI morph anybody. So you can AI morph Dwayne Johnson and DeSantis' face together.
No, that's not natural.
What was Gunther talking about?
What did he bore us with this week?
Ron DeSantis was in the ring as we start the show.
So what you're going to do is you're going to sit here and you're going to instigate this whole nonsense that Big Daddy Cool's going to spew.
Yeah, he agrees. He co-signs.
Joe Biden was in the ring before the show started, and he was trying to call out Trump on the beginning of Monday Night Raw. Just
a second. Did Joe Biden think he was in Detroit or Grand Rapids?
All right, let's get serious.
Gunther
came out and he was trying to call out Damian Priest, trying to talk bad about him, and then Priest said, "Hey, listen, let's start the show off right. Let me come out here and just stop you in your tracks here, and try to set up a match for Survivor Series, so we know that we're going to get the rematch of Survivor Series, Gunther versus Damian Priest. That's going to be a big one. I'm excited. I got to tell you, though, before I start, I did not think in a million years that Damian Priest was going to be a heavy hitter star. When I saw him in NXT, I really did. I thought he was going to be maybe like a B player. I just didn't. I really didn't think he was a heavy hitter as a heavyweight champion. So he did prove me wrong.
He's a viable heavyweight champion, right, Vinny?
I think he's proven himself to be a viable. Yes, a heavyweight champion.
Just a second. When you sit here and say that, okay, when did that start happening to you? When did you start considering Damian Priest a bigger star?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Please saw Damian Priest become a bigger star right before, like, on the verge of Money in the Bank. Like, I saw what they were doing with him. Yes.
Last year, when he won Money in the Bank last year,
yeah,
when he was world champion,
or this year when he didn't know how to kick out of the 3 count.
No, before
that was an accident.
He accidentally didn't kick out.
You need to stop putting that on him. All right, that was on production. All right. I'm not gonna. This is the Rated R Raw review show.
Right. So we got.
I'm not gonna have you talk some flagrant fake news wrestling. Hi, Charmaine. Gunther does suck. Thank you.
Well, I will. You know what? Just I will say this.
Just a second. Yeah, right.
This is the first time I saw Gunther, and I was not
suck.
Interested.
Right. Sure.
I thought this promo was really bad, and I thought it didn't do him any favors.
Welcome to sobriety. That's what this looks like. Gunther says sucked since since he's been Walter. He's sucked. I don't understand why everybody loves Gunther so much. All he is a slap. That's it.
He's more than a slap. He's actually a very talented wrestler.
Okay, go ahead.
Very
talented. Tell me, show me, prove me. Go ahead.
Put the picture up again. Listen, Big Daddy Cool, put the picture up again of Gunther, and I mean how strong he is.
Look at him.
Yep, there he is. There, I mean, he is a very strong man. I mean, he looks like a heavy hitter. Exactly what I was just gonna say. Tony Khan.
He looks.
I know why you did that one. That's fine. That's because look.
I'm looking.
Gunther and Damian Priest had an interaction. Damian Priest pretty much told Gunther, "Hey, you're afraid of me because you feel like you can't beat me because you couldn't beat Cody Rhodes."
He actually called him trash and a bum.
I thanked the maker when Damian Priest came to the ring because I was like, God damn it, I need somebody to wake me up. And he gave us a shot of adrenaline into this promo because Gunther, good God, he sucks. I can't stand Gunther.
Now, did you not like Gunther in NXT or did you like him in NXT? Is it just
I didn't like him at all anywhere.
Okay. Is it the Black Drunks, you think?
I don't like Gunther in Raw. I don't like Gunther in SmackDown. I don't like Gunther in the main roster. I don't like Gunther in NXT. I don't like Gunther as Walter. I don't like Gunther as Gunther. How about that?
Dr. Seuss, let me explain something, okay? Gunther is a great world champion. Right now, I don't know what Triple H is thinking. I don't understand this program. He's scared.
Over?
Here we go.
Who's he put over? World champions are supposed to put people over. Go ahead.
Who did Damian Priest put over? Since you want to keep talking about Damian Priest,
he put over Gunther.
He didn't put over Gunther. Gunther put over Gunther.
Get out of here. Gunther is not even over. How many Gunther shirts you
over? What are you talking about? Are you watching the same show that the executive consultant's watching? I don't think you're watching the same show. Because if you're watching the same show, you will see that Gunther's over. Gunther's been over for a while.
He's not over. Where's he over? Tell me where he's over. How many Gunther shirts you own? Hey, if you're in the chat right now and you own a Gunther shirt, stand up. Just go ahead. Just type in 5.
Why do you constantly? How many people wear Damian Priest even wear his shirt to the ring tonight? He wore a Bad Bunny shirt. What do you mean?
That's probably because Dakota Kai stole it from him.
Why are you saying
she's back?
Why Dakota Kai?
Because she's back.
Why couldn't it be Sonya Deville or Zoe Stark?
What are you trying to say? Why are you trying to put that on Sonya Deville? What did she do to you? Leave that woman alone.
I'm a fan of Sonya Deville. I actually don't like fucking Dakota
Gunther?
Kai.
Oh.
That's the story. Mike Knox, the creator of the most intelligent show in UPR history, Mike Knox show.
Mike Knox, 3 X's because he's horny. Go ahead.
It was 3 X's because he's hardcore.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was 3 X's because he's horny.
Watch the Mike Knox show every single Monday at 6:00 p.m. Starring Mike Knox. Brought to you by Mike Knox.
I got a bone to pick with Mike Knox, but
no King Coda slander. Zeiss says this every single time we bring up fucking Dakota Kai. Nobody cares about Dakota Kai. What kind of pop does she get for her return? I got a clue for you. It's rhymes with hero, right? She didn't get anybody to say anything. That match was she's so not over, she's so under that she couldn't even get the victory at the end of the match, right? They said we'll throw you a bone and have you kick Shayna Baszler, but you're not gonna get the pinfall. That's gonna be Io Sky. Why? Because Io Sky is a Triple H girl.
I certainly hope they didn't throw her a bone because she would have got
You're
injured.
a whack champion, Charmaine.
Can I ask you how good does Sonya Deville look? How good does she?
Sonya Deville looks very, very good. Charmaine asks how you're doing. Somebody cares out there.
Listen, Charmaine, I'm doing fantastic. I'm on the A show now. We're gonna make this the hottest show on A.
It's the hottest show. Look at all the traffic that we've created. Look at this. Look at this.
The chat is on fire.
The chat is on fire, and also look on our graphic behind me. There's a lot of traffic. Traffic is moving.
So, we did forget to mention though. This set up a match tonight with Damian Priest and Ludwig Kaiser. I don't think I'm saying his name right.
That's right, Ludwig.
I agree with you there, Z.
I agree. It's Ludwig. You know what? Since last Tuesday, I'm done with this international bullshit.
What? Hold up.
Ludwig. Ludwig. His name is Ludwig. In this country, his name is Ludwig.
What's it
like
really?
Like the fucking ghost or one of those Koopa brothers
it really?
In Mario. Don't come to me with this Ludwig bullshit. I see a W, and a W is a W.
What is it, Chris? How's it pronounced? This is exactly what I said.
This is he's coaching somebody in the kitchen. Probably
what are you trying to? Spaghetti doesn't go that way. It goes this way with the red sauce.
He's telling his roommate to hurry up with the pasta.
I wish I had some pasta right now. I'm actually getting kind of hungry, but I don't want to talk about that.
Hey, how do you say his name?
How do you say his name?
Ludwig. Ludwig Kaiser.
Ludwig
Kaiser.
How would Joe Tessitore say it, Chris?
I don't know. He'll read it off a piece of paper because let me tell you something. Does anybody ever notice that every time they pan the camera to the announcers on the side, he's always reading? Does anybody else get annoyed by that but me? He's always fucking reading.
Why is that bad though? He's trying to know his information. Why is that bad?
Because it's like after watching wrestling as long as we have, right? And you see them do this a lot, especially like Michael Cole. Like, I don't mind you looking down your notes from time to time, but he's legitimately everything down there he has to read. And it's annoying because at that point, don't show me his face because he's supposed to be looking at us.
You could be like Booker T and order Uber while he's on an actual NXT.
He never orders the Uber while the camera's on him.
Yeah, but
that was one of the jabroni fans in the Performance Center.
I've caught him a couple times playing solid. I've sat behind him. I've caught him playing solitaire. I've caught him searching for food. I got pictures. I'm gonna put them on you next week. All
right, hold on just a second. So you mean to tell me you have never been to work and ordered food?
Not when I'm doing my job. When somebody's coming up ordering food, I'm not on my phone going.
No, just a second. My question is, have you ever been on the clock
PlayStation 3 remote
and ordered food?
Just a second.
He's ordering food on his PlayStation 3 remote.
Yes,
he's controlling the Uber driver.
Yes, I have, but I don't do it when I'm talking to a customer. He's on the mic talking and he's doing it.
Just a second. Is the camera on him?
No, but he's still in the middle of the
second. Do you think that you would know he's ordering food if you were not there?
I'm sorry. How did Booker T catch strays on this Raw review show? The Rated R Raw review show. How's poor Booker T just was trying to order some. And guess what? Hey, everybody, Vinny. I know you're new to the Monday Night Show, but we gotta take it. We gotta take drinks. We gotta finish drinks because it only took 13 minutes into the show for Charmaine to shout out somebody dead. So finish drinks, everybody. Finish drinks.
Well, Tony Todd was a classic. He
was definitely a classic. I didn't watch Candyman, but I'm very familiar with Tony Todd's work. And Charmaine wants to let you know that she tried Steph, and she tried Steph. And not only did she try Steph, She tried Steph's entire breed. That's Becky Lynch. That's their kids. Like all of the Rollins family.
Way to go, Charmaine. That's the way to hit it.
What's up, Jeffrey? Jeffrey says he got Vinny, Steve, and EC on the Raw Review Show. This should be a good post show on my birthday. Happy birthday. You have the same birthday as Evil Dose and the same birthday.
Happy birthday.
Congratulations.
Happy birthday, Jeff. And you know what? To bring it down, happy death day to Tony Todd, everybody.
My gosh. What's going on to Courtney? That looks familiar. And Charmaine says, Jeff says Charmaine. Oh my gosh. Let's keep going. We're still having passed the first segment. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Damian Priest, like I said, didn't do any favors for Gunther, in my opinion, this segment. There was a little tension between Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser. For some reason, this ended up in a match between Ludwig and Kaiser and Damian Priest, but they didn't even announce it. It was weird. What's the next thing that happened?
Ludwig Kaiser, didn't he come out and be like, "Oh, you're Puerto Rican trash" or something like that?
No, he didn't say that. Would you stop?
He called him street trash, which was like wink, wink, because
Well, Damian Priest might be street trash. He's from New York. Venomous Vincent, what's the next thing that happened on? Hey, let me tell you something. Don't talk about New York to me. I'm so pissed off in New York right now. Do not get me started. I will call Vic on this show just to clown New York.
Ridiculous. Don't come with me with your pity tales about I can't afford this.
That place was so expensive. $1,400 to stay in Manhattan for 2 days.
Get out of here, please.
Get out of here.
You got the money.
Get out of here.
Look at those shades. You got
week off the heels of Crowd Jewel in his past 2 go-rounds on the microphone. Z, I completely agree with you. Completely 100% agree with you.
Are we going promos and
yeah, give me everything. Give me everything for the Radar R review.
So then we do a video package for Veterans Day, and then we go into the
I'm sorry, hold on just a second. When I say everything, I'm not talking about no daggone veterans. We don't need nobody.
We got to support. Hey, everybody. Salute the troops. If you
salute the troops, but we're going to sit here and
critique. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service, troops.
Oh, just a second. Are we going to critique the troops?
Yeah.
How many troops got put over, huh? Go ahead. How many troop shirts you got, huh, Chris?
I watched a troop show. All right, go ahead. What's the next thing?
Backstage, Kofi Kingston tries to apologize to R-Truth and blames Xavier Woods. This feud with Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston is coming close to the 10-year mark of New Day. Will they make it to 10 years? I think they will, and then I think they're going to break up.
So the smart money is that they're going to have some kind of friendship or festival angle, so to speak, where they go around talking about what they did in 10 years, and then Xavier finally turns on Kofi. But Jeffrey I think Kofi's going to turn. That'll be an interesting swerve, and that's what I thought at first. But looking more and more into it each and every single week, I don't think that's the case because it's going to be kind of hard for Kofi to want to turn on Xavier when Xavier's been acting so much of a heel over the last few weeks. Big Daddy Cool, your thoughts?
I don't see what Xavier Woods is doing wrong. I mean, listen, he's tried it. Like he said, he's tried it every which way, and it's not working. And he wants to try it his way. He wants to be the quarterback. He wants to run the plays. Kofi not listening. Kofi and his big fucking ego.
Let's go to the first match. We got Damage Control.
Hold on. What are your thoughts on New Day? We want to hear your thoughts.
I already told you my thoughts. You
said that you think they're going to make it and then break up.
Yeah. What else?
Have you been a fan of the New Day for this 10 years?
I have. I were when they had Big E, and then when Big E dropped out, I just think it got a little stale.
Oh, you're a sizist.
No, I think Big E with the I think that brought the crowd and hype, and I just don't think they don't hype it anymore. I don't think they put effort anymore into it.
You know what my biggest problem was with this backstage segment is that Butch was back there, and I don't even know what Butch is doing there. I thought he was let go with Baron Corbin and
No. Butch is still there. He's in a mini vocal feud, I'll say, with R-Truth.
Well, he was telling R-Truth to stop calling him Butch, is what he was trying to do.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think he's better as Pete Dunne or Butch?
Butch.
I agree with Big Daddy Cool. He's better as Butch.
He's better as Butch.
If he was better than Butch, they wouldn't change it back. But
I think they changed it back because Triple H and him wanted to change it back. But realistically speaking, I think he was more over as Butch.
I think a lot of fans had something to do with bringing him back as Pete Dunne.
I think Big E should definitely show the team.
Which fans, Vinny? Which fans?
He has a big fan base.
Who?
Who do you know that's a Butch fan?
Did you see? Hold on.
In real life.
Kofi Kingston fought Butch tonight, right? And Were those fans vocal tonight? Because when Butch came out, I didn't hear anything but a pin drop.
That's because
I heard a bunch of yeah.
Just a second. So you moved over to Raw review to lie? Because you know damn well they fans were not on their feet or when he came out. You know that. There's
a fan club on. There's a fan club on Google reviews. It's called Why Change Butch Why?
What?
Butch was more over. I'll just say that Butch was more over on the main roster. And Z, I noticed the shirt. I didn't know that was a Baron Corbin shirt on. So that's a good observation. I didn't know Baron Corbin had a shirt.
That's Xavier Woods is a real OG. He's a real friend. Look at him. He knows that this man is claiming an unemployment check and said, you know what? I'm gonna buy his shirt. I'm gonna put $20 in his pocket. I'll buy his shirt. Off of
Baron
that.
Corbin will probably end up in AEW.
Of course he will.
No, he won't.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to play. We'll talk about our first match of the night, apparently. Stay with us. You're watching Unpopular Review. Did I ask you, Shotty, if you saw Beetlejuice 2 yet?
I don't know, but I have.
How was it?
I enjoyed it.
Oh, sorry.
It wasn't better than the first one, but it was still enjoyable enough for me for the entry to the franchise.
Would you have paid to see it, or would you have stayed home and waited for it to come out for free?
So you saw the movie?
Yeah, I saw the movie. That's why I know it's trash. Where are the Maitlands?
They moved on.
Why not? Hear me out. I don't know. Bring back the Maitlands. Or can we get Otho? But instead, we got Monica Bellucci walking around and literally sucking men dry. Beetlejuice was only in 15 minutes of the first movie. There were a lot of characters that people
and now this is more Beetlejuice. That's why it's Beetlejuice.
1991, when the T-800 came back, who was playing him? Was it Arnold?
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't anybody else?
It wasn't.
It wasn't a cartoon? And you know what? It was a hit.
But you know what Beetlejuice was about? It was about Beetlejuice. That's what Beetlejuice
was about. Trash and more trash, okay? That's why it's called Beetlejuice twice. It should have been called Trash, okay? And if they make a sequel, it'll be Trash. I didn't even recognize Lydia. She was weak. I felt like I was watching an election. Lydia. I'm just saying, to me, it reminded me of Kamala Harris, how she was getting destroyed in every scene. And I said, this isn't the Lydia I know. She's not winning. She's not strong. And there was this guy, this older man, who was just taking advantage of it, like Biden. So, maybe, Tim, let me just hold on. Tim, I apologize. Tim's right here, ladies and gentlemen. Tim, I apologize. Had I known you were giving us a vision of the future, I wouldn't have called it trash. I would have just said, well, it makes sense when you skip a primary and people don't get a choice on who to get the pick to vote for.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Federation Tuesday review. The Alien episode will be dropping tomorrow, along with Smile 2. Looking forward to that one. But you're watching the Rated R Raw review show with myself, Venomous Vincent, and filling in for Freckled Sensei is none other than Big Daddy Cool. Mike Knox says Lone Wolf, LOL Facts. Baron at AEW. I think that's where he's going to go. In the meantime, let's go ahead and talk about Monday Night Raw. What was the first match we're going to talk about, Venomous Vincent?
Damage Control and the return of Dakota Kai taking on Pure Fusion
Collective.
You sure about that?
PFC.
What am I sure about that? What do you mean?
You know, it's funny. Like you struggling to say that name.
Oh, what? No, I've never seen them before. I didn't know there was a group.
Sonya Deville, Zoe Stark, and Shayna Baszler make the Pure Fusion Collective. They fought Damage Control with the returning Dakota Kai, and they lost. I thought PFC had a lot of momentum when they first were created, and they fizzled off for reasons I cannot explain to you. But the match was
who lost?
Pure Fusion Collective lost. The Damage Control.
Oh, I thought you said Damage Control lost.
I think Damage Control also. Hey, let me ask you a question. You probably don't know, so this is going to be more to Big Daddy Cool. When did Damage Control turn babyface?
Oh, that's a good. I think during the 4-way tag thing build up.
I think after WrestleMania they turned it. I think after WrestleMania they turned it. Didn't they?
Here's another question.
It wasn't long after.
I've got a bigger question. Didn't Io and Kyrie turn on Dakota Kai?
I thought so.
So how did she just like show back up?
They turned on everybody. They turned on her and Bailey.
No, Dakota joined. Okay, no. The storyline was Dakota faked like they turned on her, but in reality, Dakota was part of them.
What?
Well, they should have fucking turned on her because I swear to God, she
You're not a fan of Io Sky, I know. You've never.
No. You know what? I've changed tunes. I like Io now.
Who aren't you a fan of? Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai. She can get lost.
I agree. I've never been a fan of Dakota Kai. Ever been a fan of Dakota Kai. I think she's just not it. Your thoughts, Venomous Vincent?
I mean, I don't think she was it when she made her debut in the Mae Young Classic. I mean, I think she had good matches, but
Dakota Kai was in the Mae Young Classic too.
yes,
I don't remember.
Dakota Kai came from the
You didn't see her because she was standing sideways.
So yeah, I'm not a big fan. I look at her and then
I got it immediately, Steven.
who just got released? What was the other girl that got released with Baron Corbin?
It was
Tegan Knox.
Tegan Knox and
Tegan Knox. She kept
Indy Hartwell. Indy Hartwell too.
So Tegan Knox to me, I just don't understand what they saw in her. Like she got hurt way more times than she wrestled.
I think Triple H had a soft spot for her. I always believe that, and but she wasn't clicking.
A pronoun person that gets hurt all the time?
Because she has a lot of determination. She has a lot of heart, but she gets hurt.
So do I. I have a lot of determination to put a chief in.
Got a lot of heart.
My stomach, it doesn't say so. So I mean, I don't know what you want me to
Hold
tell
on a second. I need to correct something here. So she tears her UCL or ACL.
ACL.
There's
Not
the
UCL.
uterus.
It's not a college.
So she tears her ACL once. Ah, my knee. And then she rehabs and comes back, right?
What the fuck was
Okay, hold on a second.
Oh,
Hear me out.
knee.
She tears it once, comes back, very valiant. That's great. Goes back into the ring, tears it twice. Not again. Okay.
Hold on.
Fights back.
Jeffrey
Hold on.
says, okay.
We get in there. So she fights back. Oh my God, I'm gonna make it back. Comes back from the second injury, gets back in the ring, and then guess what? Oh no! What a world! Now listen, after the third time, you'd be like, well, God's trying to tell me something. They're gonna sit these fucking plays out. No. So if I do that, I'm an idiot. But you see this actions and you go, boy, she got heart. Houseway. Go ahead. Go ahead.
She wrote out in the take with Shotzi Blackheart, so she got hurt. Jeffrey said Triple H might have related to her because she broke two of her knees. I don't know. Venomous Vincent, you say you weren't a fan of her. I wasn't a fan of her.
She tore her first one in the Mae Young Classic, which disqualified her from the tournament. Then she
was facing Rhea Ripley.
She came back.
That was the second time she tore.
No, that was the second one. She was facing Rhea Ripley.
And she's like, and then she screamed, "Not again!"
No, actually, what happened? She got
year.
injured, and she said, "No, we're going to continue. We're going to keep fighting." And then Rhea did some move when she threw her up in the air and she landed. She's like, "No, I can't do anymore." I remember that because I was there.
But that's heart, right, Chris? That's heart.
That's hard.
What's the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw?
We go into the New Day coming down for
Again?
the Kofi Kingston and Pete Dunne match.
Oh yeah, this match was
Trash.
So Kofi came out, got a little bit of a cheer. Pete Dunne came out, and as Steven said, everybody, the only noise you heard was people walking up the steps to go to the bathroom.
No. Vinny heard somebody say, "Yeah."
I heard people going, "Yeah," like real
Well,
small.
that faint. That wasn't Dakota.
Not like-
that was Tegan.
not-
We're talking about Tegan Knox.
Not like Little John. Yeah.
Yeah, or
It
LA
wasn't
Knight.
that. It wasn't that loud. It was just. It was. I heard it was very faint. I was listening really closely.
Venomous Vincent, you don't believe that. You don't believe that. I don't even know why you're doing that. I don't even know why you're doing it. You know damn well, Pete Dunne is not as over as Butch. I don't care what anybody said. People are upset about the name Butch, but I say I bet you Butch gets over. Butch was getting over. Before Vince got left, Butch was getting over in that damn what were they called? The Bruiserweights.
Yeah, the
That's right.
You don't think
Not the
he's over
Bruiserweights,
now?
whatever they were. What were they called?
Yeah, the Bruiserweights.
It was
No,
they
they weren't
weren't the Bruiserweights. They were.
The Buff
He was tag teaming with that other flunky that wears his underwear and Timberlands. What's his name?
The one that's just thinking up and boring up NXT, Rich Holland.
Yeah, no, not Rich Holland. The other one.
Oh, Tyler Bate?
That's right.
No, it wasn't Tyler Bate. Was it Tyler Bate?
No,
yeah,
Rich
that was his
Holland.
tag team.
It was Rich
No.
Holland.
Whatever.
After Rich Holland, he ended up teaming with Tyler Bate. And then
That-
Tyler Bate got injured. The big strong boy.
That's right. That's right. They were the tag team known as the Vanilla Midgets.
What?
Nobody cares about those Vanilla Midgets.
No one did care about that.
Just
tag team.
let
They
him
were
go
trying-
and let him go to AEW.
Tyler Bate would never be over in the main roster.
Of course not. You see him come out here. He wrestling in his tighty whities and
He's involved with somebody though. Who's he involved with?
who?
Where's Mad Dog Kelly when you need him? Oh well.
Hey,
All right. What else happened on Monday Night Raw?
We go into a Judgment Day Clubhouse promo with Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio asking why he lost to Damian Priest.
Thank you. It is Sol Ruka. Yes, he is involved with Sol Ruka.
I honestly think this whole, this whole group is just. I think it's just too. It's like way too much now. It's overkill because people are coming, they're going. I didn't even know.
Sounds like OnlyFans account.
I had no idea that Raquel Gonzalez was now part of it because of Liv Morgan. It's like, why don't we just let everybody come into the club? That's pretty much what it is. I mean, is R-Truth a member? Is he not a member?
R-Truth is not a member. There's 6 members. There's Damian. I'm sorry, it's not Damian Priest. There's Dominic Mysterio. There's Liv Morgan. There's Raquel Gonzalez. There is Finn Balor. There's JD McDonough, and then there's Carlito.
And Carlito's and he's even weird. Like they do nothing with Carlito. He's just there.
I mean, he's trying to get with Raquel. I like that storyline.
Oh, okay.
Well, they haven't even mentioned this since the first week.
You know that Raquel is the strong one, right?
I had no idea. Raquel is actually probably the strongest member of that group.
Yeah.
By far. And that's the sad thing.
Why?
Finn's going to find his way out, it seems. I don't know what. See, the thing is, Finn stepping up to Dominic
is a mistake.
I guess Finn is going to turn babyface because Dominic is not going to turn babyface.
Finn, let's be real. Let's ask a real question right here. And this goes for all of you guys. Let's be frank. And this goes to the chat too. Who's the leader of the Judgment Day and why is it Dominic Mysterio? Go ahead, Vinny.
I don't think it is Dominic Mysterio.
Right now they're acting like it's Liv Morgan.
No, I really thought the whole time I really thought it was Finn Balor because if you remember, Finn was the one that turned on Edge. He's the one that he did the whole turn with Edge. Like he got everybody to turn with Edge.
Yeah, but when he turned, they tried to say that it was no leader, and then later it looked like it was Rhea Ripley. Then after that, it looked like it was Damian Priest. And then
I thought it was Damian Priest at one point too.
It should never be Damian Priest. He sucks.
Dominic Mysterio is the leader. Look, this guy
now he is.
This guy slept with Rhea, slept with Liv. Raquel keeps trying to rescue him for some reason. I don't know what that's all about. And then at Crown Jewel, you had Tiffany like throwing herself at him. Everybody wants mustache rides. That's new. Good for Dom. Good for Dom.
Mustache rides.
Good up for Dom, everybody. He's the leader. How can you tell me that he's not the leader?
I'm not telling you that. You're telling yourself that.
Thank you.
I do believe he should go after a title. I think he deserves a title.
He should take it from Cody. I've long been.
Oh, you don't have to take the undisputed WWE championship.
Yes, he should be the guy that beats Cody. He's the guy.
Why don't he just go after the world title?
Because who has that right now?
It's Gunther.
So why is he's a heel? Why is he going to go after a heel?
He was trying to before Damian Priest took over.
Damian was a face.
Is he?
He is. He's over.
I feel like he's a bad guy because he's on my TV and I can't stand it.
Okay. You're just a hater.
We move on from seeing Bronson Reed on his way to the ring. He's going to cut a promo.
Okay, hold up. Pause. When Bronson Reed came out, I knew immediately this was going to the pull apart segment, right? Because you can't have a Monday Night Raw without a pull apart segment.
What's the pull apart segment?
The pull apart segment is they come out, 2 guys, they start fighting, they keep fighting all over the place. It's not a match, but they fight all over the place. And you have to have all these securities and all these officials keep them apart. And Monday Night Raw is ever since Triple H took over 2 years ago, right? Whether Vince was still around or not. Ever since he took over 2 years ago, Monday Night Raw has this every fucking week, and a couple SmackDowns will have this. And they love it. I've never seen Kenny Dykstra and Daivari and Jamie Noble so much. They weren't even on TV as much when they were actually active wrestlers until these pull-apart segments. They come out, and the Adam Pearce comes out the last minute and starts starting to find people or something. It's the same shit, but it always revolves now around Bronson Reed. Do you know why?
Because he's fat. That's what you were going for, right?
I was not because that is not what I was going to say.
He loves the buffet? Does he love the buffet? Is that what you're going to say?
No, that is not what I was going to say. Can we stop with the fat shaming? What I was going to say is...
Oh, I'm sorry. He's felt too, right?
I was going to say is it's because the only way he's interesting is if he's in these kind of chaotic segments. Otherwise than that, when he's not in chaotic segment, like for instance, when he came out, the crowd was chanting for him as much as they were Pete Dunne.
I heard a bunch of people. Trenton Reed.
No, they were asking him if they could read. He could read Dr. Seuss. Look,
they were asking him to leave.
Oh, was it leave?
Leave.
Oh, that's what it was. I thought
they were not giving him any kind of heat. And then Seth Rollins came out, did a good job.
Hold on. You missed the whole segment before this.
What segment am I missing? When he was
You're
talking?
missing when we came back. We came back from the break. You had Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Here we go, messing it up again.
Jade who? Cargill?
Jade Cargill.
Jade Cardigan?
He called her Jade Cardigan before.
Why is it a UPR thing? Like nobody
live
call her,
and Raquel.
call her last name properly?
I call her Jade Harris, but that's funny.
Cargill, right? Cargill? Jade Cargill?
Cargill.
Yeah, Cargill. There we go. Like Target.
What about her?
No, I already said it. You didn't listen. I said
she had a segment. I didn't see this segment. What segment?
Yeah,
they.
I'm going to show you the segment. I'm going to show you the segment right now.
Bitch, shut up before I kick you in the face again. Nobody gives a damn about that karate shit.
I love that. I played that the other day. You know why? Because I keep telling y'all, Tay Conti did not want none of Jade Cargill. She hooked. It was so obvious. Play that again. She hooks herself around. Who was it? Anna.
Bitch, shut up before I kick you in the face again. Nobody gives a damn about that karate shit.
She ain't want none of Jade Cargill. She trying to fake to get somebody to hold her back because she ain't want none of Jade Cargill and that shit. I miss Jade Cargill. You know what? They try to clown me on Thursday because I said Jade Cargill is one of the greatest AEW champions of all time.
I saw that, and I stand with you.
Thank you.
I stand with you.
You think she was?
Without a doubt.
By far. She had one of the most entertaining championship runs in the AEW history.
She didn't do nothing, though.
She had the longest run.
She had a run. She had a reign.
That's fine, but she did nothing.
Exactly. It was like Javon pulling his pants up. He ain't what they're trying to fake. They're trying to fake.
She was good. She can't wrestle.
No. See, that's where you're wrong, Vinny. She can, but she was exposed. She's too green, right? But she should have been booked like Goldberg. Get in there, do a power bomb, get the fuck out, go home.
Goldberg can't even wrestle. What do you mean? He had like.
But Goldberg's
but that's why he was protected, and that's
one
why
of the biggest names in wrestling history because they produced him very, very well. He admitted he wasn't the best wrestler, but people remember him.
Nope.
Yeah, but how do you?
More people know Bill Goldberg than they do Chris Benoit.
You go in. They should have protected Jade. They should have said, Jade, run in there, spear, power bomb. Kick to the face, go home. That's it. Wrap it up. And then
but why is that good though? Why is it good to put a belt on somebody that looks like a beast and can't wrestle? Why is that protecting?
Speaking of belts, did anybody notice that Bronson Reed kept trying to pull his pants up?
No,
he doesn't wear pants. He wears suspenders. Like that's why he's got those suspenders. We'll get to Bronson Reed in a minute. Jade Cargill should have been booked and protected. Instead, that idiot, Tony Khan, puts her in 10-minute matches with Layla Hirsch. Layla Hirsch. Do either of you know where you can find Layla Hirsch today?
I could pass Layla Hirsch tomorrow on the street and I wouldn't know who the fuck
you probably already have. She's probably begging for change on the corner.
Oh, well,
outside Disney World.
Vinny doesn't like that. Look.
That's not true. That's not true. Stop that.
Yeah. Hey, I like getting back to Bronson Reed. Chris, I know that you're very critical about his finishing move, the tsunami,
Mhm.
and that he always falls. But I've got some video I want to share here. So today, it looks like he actually did something. He didn't just fall today because he couldn't, because that was off. The ratio from ground to floor was off because he's jumping off a barricade. Take a look at this and just analyze this for me. There you go. You saw that? You saw what this big man did?
Mhm.
Go
He
ahead.
stretched his arms out.
No, he jumped.
He did not jump.
He jumped. This is a jump, Chris. This is a look at this. This is a jump.
That was not a jump.
It was a jump.
He
What was
stepped
that?
forward.
He jumped.
No, he
that's a
stepped
jump.
forward. He didn't jump.
No, he took both his feet and he bent them down, and he.
You know what? I wish I could show you Monday Night Raw right now, because
Wrong.
when Bronson Reed came out, he stepped on the front step, right, the first step, and then he stared at it because he couldn't believe he raised his leg up that high because he never jumps. He doesn't jump.
You say he was winded?
Well, I tell you what, for a big man,
He was winded during his match.
top rope.
He was blown up. You so wrong. Why you?
He was blown up in his match.
I can't stand this. man.
So he comes out, cuts a promo, and calls
He puts
out
you to sleep.
Seth Rollins,
He puts you to sleep.
and then they start brawling all over the place.
Yeah, pull apart. Raw's pull apart.
This is the pull apart.
Then Adam Pearce says, "You want a match next week? Okay, fine, because I'm sick of this." And then he goes for a drink.
While that promo is coming along, who do we have that steps up to Seth Rollins in the back? Sami Zayn.
One of the most interesting parts of Raw.
God.
You know what? We missed a part because I thought about Big Daddy Cool. We missed a part when it was Jay, Sammy, and Jimmy in the back. And then Sammy complimented Jay on what he was wearing. And then Jimmy was about to do
Oh,
the
that's
same.
right. That's right.
And then
That
he
was
looked at
great.
Sammy and said, well,
Go ahead.
Steve always says the man looks homeless.
He does. What are you talking about? How are you going to be looking like? Look, you guys, everybody looking all smooth and primmed and proper and everything, looking like money, and then this fucking homeless bum shows up, Sami Zayn.
I'll say this on SmackDown when he came out after Solo announced he was going to be the fifth man. I did think he looked kind of homeless for a while before he came out there.
Who let this bum in here? Oh, I bet you DeSantis put Sami Zayn on a bus. And
Will
then
you stop with the DeSantis? Look, Sami Zayn.
DeSantis does that. He puts bums on.
I'm a fan
on
of
bus
Sami
and then
Zayn.
sends them
I
to
don't
us.
like the. I don't like the idea of this match having a fifth member. I don't think it needs a fifth member. The rumors are that it's going to be Cody Rhodes. This is stupid to me. I was intrigued by Seth Rollins, and I was even more intrigued by Braun Strowman, Breaker later. But we'll talk about that when we get to it. But your thoughts on this segment of Venomous Vincent?
I just don't. You know what? It kills me that they on some segments the security guards come out right away, and security and Adam Pearce is yelling with his glasses. They're about to fall off, and then they let these two buffooneries battle out around and then it's like. When do they call when is enough is enough? Like when do you call security? Like when Seth Rollins has the upper hand, that's when you call security, because that's exactly what happened. It's like, so let Bronson Reed jump on Seth Rollins and beat him up. And when then Seth Rollins wants to turn over, it's just like, oh, let's push him away. I don't get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a couple more things to talk about Monday Night Raw before we wrap up. We're going to take one last commercial break. Stay with us. Watch that popular review.
Last one for sure.
Steve, stop the drilling, stop the madness,
Previously
stop
on
the
Mike
oil.
Knox show.
You know who the fuck Bobby Lashley is, okay? His fucking name in AEW is Bobby Lashley. So let's not act like we don't know who Bobby Lashley is. You can cut a short. You can clip this. You can have Max Headroom himself come back from the 80s to make this sound better than what it can sound. But you know its name. Say my name. Say my name. It's Bobby Lashley. Okay? But there is no main event Uso without Roman Reigns.
That's true.
Roman. This is not his shirt says OTC. Doesn't say equal. You know what I mean? Give me some of them honeydews.
As over as he is, do you think that he will be a world champion? I do not. As big as
Still not. He still will not be. He still will not be.
They
Unless
might
he's
give him
around.
the They might give him the Kofi Kingston treatment.
Who we talking about, Jay? No.
Jay.
Talking about Jay.
No,
I think even in.
Why am I getting interrupted?
I don't know. Go ahead. It's the crew. This is what happens when you come in the barbershop. Anything, everybody's off limits in the barbershop. You got to get in and fit in where you want to in the barbershop, okay? Or we got one rule around here.
No, I have nothing to say. I'm just interested that you're in the barbershop.
I would just say this. I agree with you. If I had been home watching this on Saturday, I would have wanted to go live up against any other competition show because they couldn't have measured up. Okay, but truth be told, that's why we take our time around here. We make sure they're worthy. Carrie Hilson type shit, Beyonce type shit. We put on
Hey,
condoms.
don't be throwing Carrie Hilson in the
Have you seen the popsicle? No. Carrie Hilson's an all-time great.
Lose it, bite my tongue for no one. I put you on blast.
Executive consultant, you sound stupid. For 3 years, you sat here and you acknowledged the one and only, the OTC. Everything you're saying is asinine. Not only you don't believe that shit yourself, God don't believe that shit.
Just a second.
Okay. No, I'm not done. With all due respect, just a second. Thank you. Your opinion doesn't matter because the fact says, the shirt says OTC. So therefore, the company, he's the one true and only tribal chief. Second, to what you did say is true. Roman is the heel. He ain't gonna apologize. He don't need to apologize. He's Roman fucking Reigns. Everything you're kind of saying is kind of right. He brought in new people. There would be no. I learned this from you. There is no main event. There is no night one main event Uso Tag Team Championship match if not for Roman Reigns. You're a front runner. First it was Roman. You went viral for how much you were screaming about your tribal chief on SmackDown. You remember that? Almost 3 million views. You remember that? Of course you do. I just saw this utterly rhetoric bullshit that was being spoken. I had to come in here and say something.
The person who is the true tribal chief has this, right? And this is being worn by Solo Sikoa.
Okay, so when do you think they're going to have this Will of Fowler fight?
They want to have
Does this make me the tribal chief?
All I want to know is
it wasn't given to him. It wasn't given to him. It has to be given to you. It has to be bestowed upon you by an elder in the family.
Who's the eldest member of the bloodline?
Solo.
Exactly. So everybody's an elder, and they gave it to him. That is your Solo. That is your tribal chief. It is Solo Sikoa. Just a second. You do the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. You said it yourself. Solo's out here on a world-making Hall of Fame tour. He's beating all these world champions. That's what Mike Knox said, right? 3 X's because he's hardcore. Because of the Mike Knox show, brought to you by Mike Knox, presented by Mike Knox, hosted by Mike Knox, directed by Mike Knox, produced by Mike Knox, watched by Mike Knox, written by Mike Knox, screenshotted by Mike Knox. So that's what you said. I'm bringing up what you said, sir. So yes, when I sit here and tell you that Solo Sikoa is your tribal chief, guess what? I got it from, hear me out, I heard it from Mike Knox.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Mike Knox Show, 6 o'clock p.m. every single Monday show for the intelligent wrestling fan, and the SmackDown Penitentiary Show, which is hosted by Dice, who was not able to be there this past Saturday, as well as the Mark Victor Rodriguez. It was a fun time every single Saturday at 12 o'clock. Justice with JC, just a second, and the fast forward.
Can I jump in here for 1 second? Because I feel like I took some strays here. Bobby Lashley showing up in AEW is a nothing burger, right? Like, I feel like nobody cares about, sure, some people care about Bobby Lashley showing up, but there's no big pomp and circumstance over Bobby Lashley. Like, he showed up and now he's asking a bunch of jobbers to join his, help me understand this, Vinny. You used to review AEW. Chris, you watch sometimes begrudgingly AEW. Help me understand how the Hurt Syndicate is supposed to be a premier organization, a premier faction, and they're going up to a bunch of jobbers asking them if they're interested in joining. Lio Rush, I learned this earlier on Mike Knox's show. King Vaughn does this day in wrestling history. That's right. You know what he talked about today? He talked about Lio Rush was in the record book. You know why? Because this man is the only wrestler to collect 3 unemployment checks from 3 different wrestling organizations in 1 year. It was Lio Rush. And this man, Bobby Lashley, came up to this man, this homeless bum. We talked about homeless bums in the last segment. We're going to keep talking about homeless bums in this segment. Lio Rush. Hey, what you up to? I'm sorry. And then Lio Rush has to think about it? Chris, I'm sorry. If I don't know, if Vince McMahon showed up and was like, hey there, pal, I got a place in my organization for you. EC would be like, tell me where, Mr. Vince. Tell me where, Mr. McMahon. I will. Where do I need to take this Uber? I'll pay for the Uber myself. Lio Rush got to think about it? The Scissor Twins got to think about it? Come on now. Who's got to think about this? Who? What is this? Z is silent. Oh, you're not silent enough. Didn't we question Lashley and MVP plucking Shelton and Cedric from obscurity? And look, they became a great part of an era. Cedric, what era? Cedric is still in obscurity. You look up in the WWE yearbook, and it'll tell you great stars in obscurity. Cedric Alexander is right there. Go ahead, Chris.
He's talking about the fact that Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin actually won the tag team championships back during the Thunderdome era when the Hurt Business was rocking and rolling. You're not solid. I remember from Leo Rush WWE, LOL, Lashley. I will tell you this. On Collision this week, he did say he's going to take MVP up on his offer because it's the golden ticket. He did say he wants to work with everybody, including his man.
Of course, he's unemployed.
Bobby.
What are you talking about, Chris? That's the only thing that makes sense. Of course. What's Leo Rush doing to say no?
He's in a group.
What group is he in?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Vincent.
It's the unemployment group. That's right.
By the way, can I get a birthday shout out for my minion? Tomorrow he turns the big 4. He's really excited. Definitely happy birthday to any member of our family here at Unpopular Review. That is Z's little one turning 4. Big milestone there because any age at that time is a milestone. So happy birthday to him and congratulations to you and your family. It's full of birthdays this week. As I said, Evil Dose's birthday was today.
That's right.
Always
and guess what? Leo Rush's unemployment birthday is also this year. So
what else happened on Monday Night Raw?
Well, before we went to the break, we were talking about the Seth Rollins and Adam Pearce promo, but we did not talk about Sami Zayn coming up to Seth Rollins, asking him if he wants to be the 5th member of their OG tribal group, and he turned it down.
That's what he should. I would have been. I'm happier if they have to do a 5th. I'd rather them do Seth than Cody, but it doesn't make sense.
On to the one of the second to last main event. Hello.
Yeah, we're here.
Don't
let somebody cleaning Chris's kitchen distract you from the review.
Are they done with the spaghetti? Did you not have a bowl of spaghetti?
Don't let David sweeping up the kitchen distract you from the review. Keep going.
Oh my God! What else happened on Raw, man?
Damian Priest taking on. I don't know. It
was Louis Kaiser.
You didn't remember Kaiser Roll.
I know Kaiser Roll.
Okay, there you go. I'm just trying to help you. See, I feel like you're struggling here.
Damian Priest needed another victory to make it look like he's a credible threat, so he beat the Kaiser, which everybody who's facing Gunther beats. And,
I'm gonna tell you this. This match was stupid. It just made Kaiser look dumb, and it just looked very weak.
Made Damian Priest look strong.
Yeah, it was very short too. Like
as it should be.
Twice, it was over.
Good, as it should be. Can't be having Damian Priest in there struggling for 15 minutes with a guy named Ludwig.
Well, why? Why not? Because we struggle watching him wrestle for 15 minutes.
Now,
this is a world champion you're talking about, all right? He shouldn't be in there with the low card guy for 15
He should absolutely 100% be in there with the low card guy because he's a
low
card champion.
Stop it. Put some respect on Damian Priest.
I will once he's in TNA. Go ahead, Venomous Vincent.
Never.
So the next 2 segments you're going to help me out with because I haven't really been following. So Braun Breaker cuts a promo about Sheamus and saying he's an idiot. Is this the thing coming up where
let me give you some background information.
Give me some information because
all right, so there's a show on Speed. There's a show on Twitter or X. It's called Speed. And they were having a tournament, and the winner of the tournament faces Andrade for the Speed Championship that you never see. So Braun Breaker had an interview explaining to whoever interviewed him, I can't remember, that he should have had 2 championships right then, even though they never showed the Speed Championship on WWE Real TV. Enters Sheamus, of course, and says, hey, you know what, because they had a draw. Hey, put your money where your mouth is, put that Intercontinental Championship on, because he's been around for 15 years. Braun had a nice little line saying, hey, I wasn't even paying attention to what you were talking about, but you want a title shot next week, you got it. Boom. Here comes Jimmy Uso, say he wants to talk to him because he wants to ask him to be the 5th man. But they never showed anything after that. So that's a little context of what you saw.
All right. We come back from break, and the Final Testament is greeting The Miz. Again, I'm not up to date with this whole thing with
the White Six.
White Six and The Miz and the Final Testament. You can take this segment because I don't.
Gotcha. So everybody who's been watching Raw on a regular basis knows The Miz and Final Testament are cahoots. The White Six have gone after The Miz because they said The Miz betrayed his old partner, and they're not a fan of that. They don't like that. So I guess after he got kidnapped, Miz turned on the waterworks and the acting ability. They let him go. Then he tried to act like he was completely saved, I'll say. He and the Final Testament come out to the ring. They acted like they were going to beat up The Miz, only for the White Six to come out to try to save The Miz. And then The Miz, of course, turns on the White Six, showing his true colors. Leave the White Six laying. Anytime you do something like that to White Six, Bo Dallas has to start laughing because he's a creepy individual.
There you go.
I was happy to see the White Six get laid out for once because the White Six is always the dominant position. But I actually think the Final Testament, this has been the most interesting Karrion Kross has been. Not AOP, who still bores the fuck out of me. But I think the Karrion Kross has stepped up his game in the last month.
You know what? I'm going to tell you this right now. If AOP and Paul Ellering were not entertaining, I don't think they would have brought them back and made them as a manager. Like there had to have been a reason why they put these guys back together.
Because once again, Triple H was a big fan of AOP. He used to do a lot. They used to do a lot of stuff for him at NXT. He felt like they didn't get a fair shake on the main roster, and now they are. And he's finding out that Vince was right.
AOP. Can I ask a question about the Wyatt Six?
Sure.
When they first debuted, they murdered everybody backstage, and now they kidnapped The Miz, and they sequestered him.
No charges.
No, I was about to say that. Does the police? Does 911 not work on WWE? Like
apparently not. You can murder anybody or kidnap anybody, and no charges is going to be filed against you.
These guys have like at least 2 serious crimes, and multiply it by what is it? The 4 or 5 members of the Wyatt Six. They should be up on criminal charges by now.
And mind you, Chad Gable was murdered, brought back to life like Jesus, but he was murdered, and Chad Gable was not on Raw tonight, and that's a rare.
That's right.
Chad Gable's usually on Raw,
and so. I still don't understand how they found the Miz. How did they find the Miz?
Scratch for when they were struggling to get him outside. Miz just escaped.
The Miz escaped? Like, did he use like?
Escaped. They let him go.
They let him go. Was there any talk of sodomy at all?
I don't know. You have to ask Venomous Vincent.
Because usually, like when you watch a movie or like True Detective, like when they have these backwards folk. There's always like, oh, you got a pretty mouth.
Why are you trying to make it sound like they're from Alabama?
Well, come on. I mean, you gotta.
That's Venomous Vincent's favorite vacation spot. So you gotta.
It kind of looked that way. Like
have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, that's your favorite vacation spot.
They've never been.
Just a second. But it's still the place you want to go, right?
It's better than Miami.
Just a second. You are aware that no one in the country or the planet of Venus has ever said that Alabama is better than Miami.
Well, I mean, all the rest is good at the rehab, so it has to be that good. It has to be somewhat good.
You got a pretty mouth. Come on. All right, let me ask you this question. Out of all the Wyatt Six, which one do you think is the first one to be like, oh man, you got a pretty mouth?
Luke Harper. Not Luke Harper.
I was gonna say Luke Harper too.
It's not Luke Harper though. It's Eric Rowan.
Whatever. Yeah, that's right. That's
Luke
right.
Harper, Luke Harper cannot be saying much of anything, so it's going to be Eric Rowan.
We are backstage now with Solo Sikoa scouting out his fifth member. And Seth Rollins walks up in the parking lot, and Seth says the next time he sees Roman Reigns, he's going to stomp his head in, and they'll never join forces with a wannabe Roman Reigns, and walks off.
Nobody asked you, Seth.
That was so disrespectful. Solo should have dropped him when he said. He should have let Jacob Fatu drop him when he said it, because he ain't done nothing. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I was talking about this past week on Saturday afternoon. Solo has done nothing but good things for the bloodline in WWE and SmackDown. And Roman is the one that's always trying to do stuff and do stupid stuff. Why in the world was Seth Rollins? Solo's never attacked Seth Rollins. Solo's been nothing but nice to Seth Rollins. Why did he do that disrespectful shit? He is the tribal chief now. Seth Rollins should be acknowledging Solo Sikoa and going up against Roman Reigns. Seth said it himself. I agree with what he said to Sammy. I don't understand why Sammy's joining forces with Roman. Roman's done nothing but screw him over and couldn't even apologize. Same thing with Jey Uso. But I know this man acknowledges Solo Sikoa as his tribal chief. Right, Venomous Vincent?
No, I don't like any of them.
Yeah.
I think the whole thing's done. I think it's done. Now you're doing Wolfpack versus NWO, and it just doesn't work.
You mean black and white?
Yeah, whatever.
Not for nothing. There are very dissimilarities. That's a fair contrast. Comparison.
I just, it's crazy to me how you switch real quick, Chris. Like you go from liking Roman Reigns.
Just a second. I like Solo Sikoa because he's your tribal chief. Right? I used to like Roman Reigns, but he lost to Cody Rhodes. If you lose to Cody Rhodes, you're a bum.
But there's
a list of bumps out there.
To Cody Rhodes?
Yeah, because Roman cheated.
Wait, what?
Roman cheated.
Cheated
Solo had Cody Rhodes beat, and then Roman came out because he's jealous of Solo Sikoa and attacked Solo Sikoa. I was there. Jealous? I saw it. Because Solo Sikoa is your tribal chief.
I'm sorry, but when I see Solo Sikoa, he just does not look like a boss. He looks like just another guy in the group.
Just a second. So who do you think looks like a boss in wrestling?
Yeah.
Darby Allin?
Yeah, if he's not the boss, then who is the final boss?
Like when Roman Reigns came out, you knew he was the head of the table. Like you knew he.
And then he changed his music. That's another reason why I don't like Roman anymore.
I know, but when he came out, you knew he was the top dog. Okay,
because Solo tries to include.
Yeah, when Solo comes out, it's like
That's right. It's Roman.
You noticed today that Camacho was driving.
His name. He's not Camacho anymore.
Who's Camacho?
Camacho is the guy that's in the bloodline. Camacho was the one driving the SUV because that's his role. He's a chauffeur. Makes more sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the main event. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill taking on the Judgment Day. Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez for the World Women's Tag Team Championships. You know what I didn't understand about this match is all of a sudden, almost towards the end, Nia Jax comes out, Tiffy comes out. Tiffy didn't have a wardrobe malfunction like she has in the last 12 months. Her pants keep falling. Titty pops out. I don't know what's going on with her. I don't know if this is something that WWE is planning so they can get more ratings and have some talk about. I don't know, but it's very interesting that she's the only one this happens to most of the time.
That's what you got out of this main event?
Yes.
Who won? The audience.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just don't think Jade Cargill is good. Like she sucks. And then with Bianca Belair there, she's making Bianca Belair look stupid too.
No.
They're just
we must be watching two different shows because Jade looks strong. She's learning.
Learning what? ABCs and 1, 2, 3s?
She's learning the ABCs of wrestling.
Of what? Of wrestling. Yeah. Maybe they should teach her in another country because she
does that in your face boot. That's powerful stuff.
Well, Bianca Belair is taking a book out of Lex Luger and putting him in the torture rack and throwing him on the ground.
Okay,
No, that's the kiss of death. That's the same move she's had for years.
Jade?
What?
Jade has jaded. She improved it. So it's not just a glam slam anymore.
This is what I think of both movies right here.
Who's that, Bronson Reed?
What? Is that,
did you watch the movie Talk to Me?
You just got like a random hand right there? What is going on?
It's his dick jerker.
No,
you got a pretty hand.
We went from pretty mouth to a pretty hand. Yeah.
Your hand looks pretty smooth.
Jade debuted her all new finisher. Looked amazing, but you could tell she was a little nervous, but rightfully so with the new move. Correct. She's been practicing it for a little while now. But
you know, you guys that think that she's good, you're all missing the bigger picture. She's not good. She's never going to be good.
Wait till she turns heel. She's going to be a monster heel. She's going to be
a monster shit. She's going to be a monster.
Well, no, those are the things you take after you eat. But anyway, look.
I'm looking.
This match was just set up pretty much so you could help set up the Wargames match. I kind of said this on the SmackDown review, and I actually put it in the chat. Who I believe the 5 versus 5 are. Now, I did not do Dakota Kai is back. So that changes the dynamic a little bit because it's going to be Black Girl Magic, Naomi, Io Sky, and Bayley versus the WWE World Champion, the WWE Champion, Tiffany Stratton, what's her name, Raquel Rodriguez, and a 5th person who I believe is going to be Candice LeRae.
Dakota Kai better not be in this match because she's going to.
Dakota Kai has no business being in that match. It's going to be
injured again.
It's going to be Bayley. Bayley's going to be the 5th member. And the reason how come it's going to be Bayley is because that's going to be the dynamic. It's going to be how much Bianca Belair does not like and does not trust Bayley. And she has continued that ever since Bayley's turned face. I don't like her. I don't trust her. They would torture me for 2 years with damage control. I don't want her around. That's the story.
I like that story.
And he's sticking to it.
I am sticking to it. I recognize that after SmackDown because there's no reason Bianca and Jade were feuding over people on Raw and SmackDown. They just both happen to be the tag team champions.
That's right.
I'm not tag team champions, world champions.
See, EC pays attention. He listens.
I really thought it would be a better way if Liv and Raquel won the titles. That would have been a better storyline.
No, that would have been stupid.
No,
Jade and Bianca don't need to lose the titles right now. Especially, how many belts does Liv need?
Huh?
She's already ruining the world championship. How many belts does Liv need?
Why is she ruining the world championship?
Because she has no contenders.
Okay, but
she goes out there and she's good. Don't get me wrong. I think she's had a stellar year, but she's still not in the top 5 best women wrestling in WWE.
Okay, who would you put her as champion right now if it wasn't?
Well, Raw, nobody, because Raw doesn't have anybody.
That's not true.
Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair is a SmackDown woman.
I think they didn't give. I don't think they gave Raquel a fair shot.
You want King Cole to get injured again? Because that's what she's good for. Apparently, Jeffrey agrees with you. Hey, let's just injure Dakota Kai. Hey, I have no problem with Dakota Kai injured. That means she's off my TV.
That's right. Yo, I want to take this time to shout out the people that are watching us on X. Hey, take a minute and go over to YouTube and come visit us on the chat. Jump in this chat, jump in the conversation, and chat us up. Subscribe, like, all that jazz. Come on now. Let's go, X people.
Correct. Make sure you follow us on all our social medias, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and pay attention to our Patreon. It just got revamped. Going to be doing a big reboot and rebrand and remodel and reintroduction of our Patreon. Please go ahead and support us here at Unpopular Review with all of us here at Unpopular Review Wrestling, Unpopular Review Entertainment, Unpopular Review Sports. For
Chris, how do I say come over to YouTube from X in Russian?
Yes, Vincent. He's from Alabama.
What? What does that have to do with it?
Don't they speak Russian in Alabama?
I like the shape of your hand.
You need to see that movie Talk to Me because you'll
No, I don't. No, I don't.
How about Vinny? He's the one with the hand. It'll be crazy if Rhea shows up at Wargames. That's a possibility.
Is Rhea hurt?
She is hurt. She hurt her orbital bone. That was a legitimate injury, but she's only going to be gone for like a month and a half tops. So there's a possibility she could be cleared for Wargames, but I think the Bayley storyline will be more interesting.
Did you guys see the new pack? It's going to be hitting the raves this week for WWE 2K24.
WCW pack, yes.
It's gonna have Fall Brawl in there as well.
Yeah, it's also going to have their version of Wargames, so looking forward
Fall Brawl
to that. Okay. I also just said WWE's having a pay-per-view called Deadline, I guess, in in December, which is ironically 1 week after Survivor Series and 1 week.
NXT.
It said WWE Deadline.
I know, but last year it was the NXT one.
Right. So I thought it was actually. You know what? It should be NXT because I think Ava announced. Yep, NXT. Yeah, it's NXT. Okay,
Yeah.
Good. Thank God. All right, cool. Because that was like some all league whacking shit. All right, Vinny.
Can we talk about AEW for a minute?
For the next 5 minutes, because we have 4 minutes and 12 seconds.
What is up with the Death Riders? What's that all about?
Well, they had to change from BCC.
Oh, okay, but Jon Moxley is doing what?
He's leading the Death Riders.
To do what?
Well, they're changing the company. It's not their company. It's not people's company anymore.
To what? What are they changing it to?
It's being changed into a company that you don't recognize.
I want to shout out. I saw this earlier on some website. Jon Moxley had a statement about there's going to be a special on Wednesday, November 13th. That's this Wednesday, live from Bridgeport, Connecticut, because the van broke down on their way to Canada. Right, Chris? That's why they're in Bridgeport. Mox seizes the Superstation. So he's going to take over TBS and do what with his skinhead self? What is he going to do? Him and his group of skinheads.
He's going to make sure that they get over 600,000 views.
How's he planning to do that?
I have no idea.
They're going to steal NWO. They're going to take over. They're going to do the same shit. They're going to change all the sets and watch.
Is Shane McMahon anywhere near this?
No.
Right. Vinny, you think Shane McMahon's anywhere near this?
No.
Right. So what are we doing here, guys?
I don't think you heard me or or Jon Moxley. This is not your company anymore.
Whose company is it?
Marina Shafir's.
I don't know. I don't know why they gave this guy. I don't get it.
It does sound like a motorcycle club.
I look at him and I see the Dirt Riders because he's just trash. Dirt Riders.
He's also your AEW World Champion.
I don't fucking understand that either. I don't know.
He's going to defend it at
And who's he going to put over? Orange Cassidy?
Orange Cassidy he's going to beat, but yeah, he's going to put over. And then at Company's End, I think he's going to wrestle
Darby?